Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at our Masterverse new Eternia Stratos. This is a super cool figure. I was really looking forward to getting a Stratos in the Masterverse line. He's always been a really, really cool character. As you can see the artwork here, that's really dope. I like that he's got the face mask. We see our cross-sell art here of Evelyn, Frosta, Roboto. And let's see, and it says, the once majestic mystic mountains now lay scattered in ruined shards across the oceans of Eternia. Stratos reforms Avion as a nest of island outposts, protecting ships from pirates, marauders, and worst of all, Merman and his sub-oceanic monstrosities. Through hardship and turmoil, Stratos proves to be the most resilient of New Eternia's warriors. So it looks pretty much like our vintage classic style Stratos. He is a little beefier than what normally you would see him as. And he's got some extra gadgets. Looks like there's let's see, they got the jetpack, the face mask. I'm assuming that this is going to be the Staff of Avion, or Spear of Avion. I can't remember what that's called. And you got some additional hands. So yeah, we're going to take a look at this and get him out of the package. 30 points of articulation, it says on the box. Looks like it's going to be standard to most of the Masterverse figures. So yeah, let's see what it's going to take to get him out of the box. I believe it's going to be just like all the others. Yeah, you got a piece of tape up here at the top. Up here. And we'll pop this open. And then we should just be able to slide him right out. I love that we get all the classic colors. And we get some additional things you didn't get with your standard version of him. The little the little feathered skirt, and the little neck, I don't know what you call it, the little garnishment goes around his head. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's start pulling some of this out. We got the staff. We got the face mask. I guess they put the jetpack as a little separate piece. We'll get the additional hands out. Alright, so I'm trying to get the hands out without messing up the little tabs. They've got them kind of buried in here. Just that one. There we go. And let's see. Now he does have some of the little bands around his hands. We're going to just rip those. And around his feet. Alright, so Stratos is free. Let's get a good look at him. Let me lower the camera down here. Okay. Man, this is a very cool figure. I'm really impressed with the quality of this. This is a little different from some of the other figures that we've had. That first wave of the Masterverse figures were just kind of weird. Some of the articulation. You can see we've got rotation in the thigh, rotation in the ankle. It's got a good bend at the knee. And of course you've got the little pivot on the ankle. Rotation in the hands, of course. Got the elbow, you got the full rotation on the arms, head, waist, and he's got somewhat of an ab crunch. Now he's got a lot of stuff on him that makes that a little bit difficult. But let's go ahead and put his jetpack on. Now it's got, well, you can see that it's got these little grooves there, little notches there that slide into his backpack, or his harness on his back, I should say. There we go. It just slides into place. Very cool. Now this is different. This is not something we ever had on one of them before. And it's not the easiest to do without really looking at it. All right, so I will say that the face mask is a very, very thin piece of plastic, and I could see it getting broken easily. So be careful with it. There we go. So I've got the face mask in place. Got his jetpack on. He's ready to fly. Let's give him his staff. Yeah, and he did just get delivered, so he's a little cold. You might want to warm him up a little bit before you start trying to pry the hands open to put his little staff in there. But we're gonna try. Let's see. Spread the hand apart a little bit. I know this ain't the most exciting to watch, but at least you'll know if you get this figure that you've got to pry the hand open a little bit. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let him warm up a little bit before I try that. And I do not have like a heat gun or hair dryer or anything handy to do that. But just know that this doesn't automatically right out of the box fit in his hand. At least not for this one. But yeah, let's take a good look at him here. I really like that there's even like a bit of a wash on the feathers, at least for the upper arms, giving it quite a bit more texture. And the feathered skirt with the two-tone and the wash looks really cool. All in all, this is a very nice, very detailed figure. They did a good job on this. Huh. Yeah, so this is very cool. Let's go ahead and swap out his hands for his open hands. And as you can see, it's very easy to remove the wings. Not that you ever really need to. And again, I can't stress this enough. Make sure this thing is warmed up at least to room temperature before you start trying to pull things apart. I'm going against my own advice at the moment because this figure is a little cold. I think I'm going to take the face mask off because I don't really care for it a whole lot. I like this classic look for Stratos. Now, I've thought about picking up on Big Bad Toy Store. For a long time, they've had that Club Grayskull version of Stratos, which is based on the animated series. I've thought about picking that thing up, but I've never been into the classics. Or any of the Mattel classics or the Super 7 classics. Never really been into those. I thought they were overpriced and too hard to get. Anytime I've seen those in the secondary secondary markets, I guess you would say, they were just extremely overpriced and just didn't really care for it. But now, since we've had the retail releases for all these Masterverse figures, it's been nice to pick up some of these larger 7-inch scale figures at a reasonable price. Now, I picked this up through Big Bad Toy Store. They do have a markup to some degree on some of their figures, and you know it's not really that bad. It's worth it in the long run to be able to actually get what you're looking for. What do you guys think? I'm digging this. I want to bring out the Origins version. Alright, so here we have our Origins version of the Stratos, which is a really cool nod to that vintage line where you had the two variants. You had the blue jetpack with the red wings, but then on this version we've got the red jetpack with the blue wings. So you kind of get both variants here between your Origins and your Masterverse. Both super cool figures. So I'll say just a really good friend of mine that I've known since I was a teenager recently told me that, you know, his first He-Man figure was the original Stratos. His dad had got him the figure. His dad was into aviation and planes and all that stuff, and so his first figure was Stratos because he could fly. So for him, the Stratos always holds a special place in his heart because it reminds him of his dad. And I've thought a lot about that because the biggest part of these toys for me is the nostalgia and the memories and that sentimental value that a lot of these toys have for a lot of us adult collectors. And you can't put a price on that. You know, it's an invaluable memory to hold on to. So yeah, we all, all of us adult collectors, people may laugh at us and say, you're collecting toys, but no, we're collecting memories, and we're holding on to those dear memories from our childhood, the things that remind us of our loved ones that are, with us and no longer with us. So yeah, Stratos for him is a important character, and I appreciate that. So I want to give a shout out to my good friend Troy, who's been a good supporter of the channel and just a really good friend to me. So this one's for you, buddy. So sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. As always, I appreciate you guys sticking around. Be sure to give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, share it with some friends who might be interested in this type of stuff. And as always, I will see you next time. Thanks.